Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
A good Friday evening to you. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Brandon Libby. It has been a really hot and humid day. The heat index over 100 degrees. We've had dew points in about the mid to upper 70s, which is pretty extreme. We're going to still be pretty humid as we go through the weekend. Dew points about the low 70s, and then we'll kind of fluctuate a little bit, upper 60s there Monday, Tuesday. But the humidity pretty much remains across the board. What is going to change will be the temperature. That will be dropping as we go through the weekend, and so it doesn't have a huge impact on the heat index, not looking quite as dangerous with that going forward. But the reason why the temperatures go down, well, there's an increase in rain and storm chances and more cloud cover. So we're really doing a 180 on the pattern here with it being completely dry to begin with the first week of August. Now we're going to get all this rain, which could be a little bit problematic. We'll talk about that here in a second. 60% chance for rain and storms Saturday, 50% chance with mostly cloudy skies on Sunday, and that helps to bring the temperatures down to the low 80s. Now tonight I think we're dry. There is a level 1 out of 5 risk in our far northwestern counties. I think we will see that staying out to our northwest up until after sunrise, and then it will start to move in. We'll have multiple rounds of storms for Saturday, and storms that do develop, especially in the afternoon and into the overnight hours, they may pose a damaging wind threat, hence the level 2 out of 5 risk. It'll be a Storm Track 7 yellow alert day for Saturday. And then by Sunday, there's a very slim level 1 out of 5 in our far southeastern counties. Not as concerned with the severe threat for Sunday, but still some pockets of heavy rain. That, I think, is the biggest concern here with this weekend. There's a level 3 out of 4 risk for flash flooding on Saturday, where you see that red color, and that encompasses most of eastern Iowa except the northwestern few counties. Same thing for Sunday, because this boundary is coming in and it's going to get stuck in central Iowa. So that will focus several rounds of heavy rainfall over the area, basically into Monday morning. Here's Futurecast. We go through. It's going to be a dry evening, still very warm, very humid. And then there you can see the storms finally popping in by 11 a.m. So that's why I say I think tonight is probably going to be dry for us. And then through tomorrow, the chance for rain and storms will increase from west to east as the day goes on. So you're probably looking fairly dry in the morning. And then once the storms roll through, well, there will come the chance for some gusty winds and some pockets of heavy rain. There will also be a small hail threat, and an isolated tornado can't be ruled out with some of these stronger lines, but really the wind gusts would be the main concern. And again, it'll be on and off as we go through the afternoon. But watch as we get into the overnight hours. That's when you get what we call a strong low-level jet. Some pretty strong winds in the low levels of the atmosphere, and that will just spark off this area of really heavy rainfall. And where the concern comes into play, these storms will be training thunderstorms. They train over the same spot. So you have heavy rain falling in the same areas for an extended period of time. And that's where things can get pretty dangerous with the flooding and flash flooding. And remember, turn around, don't drown, all that stuff. We'll see that into early Sunday morning. Probably a lull in the activity through the day on Sunday. And then we'll have another batch of heavy rain heading into Sunday night and Monday morning. So flood watch is posted for most of our area except for in the northwest. That will go from Saturday all the way through Monday. Remember, turn around, don't drown with the flooded roadways. Just prepare for maybe some water in the basement, and of course we'll have to watch for the creeks and river levels as we go through the next week or so. Here's a look at the Futurecast rain, where you see the yellow colors. That's where this data is estimating over 3 inches of rain could fall. The orange over 5 inches, and some of these spots certainly about 3 to 6 inches could be possible, and that's why the flash flooding becomes a concern. Otherwise, for tonight, staying pretty warm. Lows are only down to the mid-70s as the winds stay in from the south. And then tomorrow, it's going to be hot to begin with temperatures between 80 and 90 for highs. But then once the rain comes in, temperatures should drop a bit. But that heat and humidity, that kind of fuels that strong to severe storm potential. By Sunday, we're looking at highs in the low 80s. Same with Monday. You still have a 40% chance for rain and storms there, and even some lingering chances Tuesday and Wednesday into the middle of next week. Once we clear out the rain, of course, that allows the temperatures to heat back up. We have a high of 90 heading into Friday.